Hi there, my name is John Stevens, pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we're part of the ELCA. And welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text. We tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree. This is for the first Sunday of Christmas, and we are looking at the gospel lesson out of Luke, and it continues in Luke, continues after the birth story, and we find Jesus in the temple when parents don't know where he's at, and they go to find him, and he's like, it's a great teenager thing. Didn't you know I'd be in the temple? Anyway, it's just a great scene, and I like it because it's one of the few glimpses we get in, at least in our Gospels, of Jesus as a kid or as a teenager. And so the item I'm looking at is using an activity book. If you have a Where's Waldo book, you could use that. But I'm looking at like an activity book where it's got a word search, where you're looking for particular words. Perhaps a activity page where there's one picture and then the other picture has different, something's different about it. And this idea I'm looking at this idea of Jesus is found in the temple, and he's not really hiding, but they had to search him. They had to search for him. It's kind of like a hide and seek, but where Jesus doesn't know he's hiding. He's actually there. Reminds me of the old cartoon where there's two people knocking at the door and saying, "Have you found Jesus?" And then in the background, there's the curtain, and Jesus is kind of peering out of the curtain, like Jesus playing hide and seek. And so looking at the word search or the activity of trying to find something, and about how Jesus is found in the temple, but Jesus is also found in other places, found in our neighbor, found in the stranger, found in the poor, also found in our hearts. And that the manger can also look a lot like our hearts, where Jesus is found there and directs our paths and our ways. And Jesus is also found when two or more are gathered. He says, "I will be there in the midst of you." So again, where in our scripture passage, Jesus is found in the temple. He says, "Don't you know I'd be in my Father's house?" But then as we explore, what are other places that we find Jesus, and how sometimes that can be surprising, sometimes that can be revealing, and so that's the springboard I'm going for. I hope it can be useful as you work on your children's sermon. And as always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you're having a blessed and fantastic Christmas season. Thanks.